Hey guys, what's up? It is Matt Lane, and today we're going to be taking a look at the fourth installment of bosses in Bloodborne, formerly known as the Witch of Hemwick. Now, for me personally, this is one of, if not the easiest boss in the entire game. However, it is known as a puzzle boss of sorts, so that doesn't mean that it can't be difficult. There's actually not anything you should really have to use for this boss. But if you find yourself having trouble, using fire or bolt paper will always help even the odds for you. That's actually it for preparations, so let's go ahead and dive in how to handle this boss. When you first come into the arena and the health bar appears, you might be slightly confused. I say that because the health bar will appear and an enemy covered in a red aura will appear from the ground. The confusion strikes when you go to confront this enemy, and attacking them actually does nothing to the boss health bar. This is not some sort of trick style combat where you have to figure out a specific way to hurt this enemy. It's just simply not the boss. These enemies are known as Mad Ones, and they will continue to be summoned throughout the entire fight. That brings us to our first tip of how to handle this boss. Completely ignore the Mad Ones. Quite honestly, fighting them is literally a waste of your time. Not only are they a pain to deal with, they'll just continue to respawn no matter how many times you kill them. That being said, it's just better off if you just ignore them and just focus on the boss itself. Now that we know that, our next step is going to be finding the witch. She keeps herself invisible until you get close enough to her to where she actually becomes visible. When you do find her, just lock on, get behind her, get a backstab, and then hit her as many times as you can until she disappears. Depending on your attributes and your weapon upgrade, you can almost halfway kill this boss on the first backstab. After she disappears, you'll then want to walk around the arena on the platforms on either side of the area. The key word being walk. It is actually better not to run in this boss fight. The Mad Ones actually will not see you unless you get very close to them. And even when they do engage, if you run away quick enough, they will not chase after you. They will actually walk after you. And your walking speed is faster than theirs. So the key here is just not to panic and just literally walk in circles around the entire edge of the arena. You'll want to do this until you find the witch a second time. You will then want to repeat the exact same step, performing a backstab and then hitting her as many times as you can before she disappears. Now, this is the point of where we're going to change our strategy a little bit. When she disappears a second time, keep walking around the edge of the arena as you did before. But this time, we're going to be looking for something very specific on the witch. If she appears and she is covered in blood, do not attack her. This is going to sound weird at first, but just trust me. Keep walking around the arena until the witch appears and not covered in blood at all. As you did before, perform a backstab and hit her as many times as you can before she disappears. You will notice when doing this that it does not affect the health bar at all. That might seem confusing right now, but trust me, this is going to be the way you want to handle this. When she disappears the third time, continue to walk around the arena until you find her again. This is where it gets a little tricky to spot her. The best way I can relay it to you is to try to find the witch with the least amount of blood on them now. When you think you found that one, just repeat the backstab step and then hit her as many times as you can before she disappears. One of two things will happen from this point. If you have found the one that was covered in less blood, you would just need to repeat this step again. If you found the one that was the first witch we hit in the game, it will push this boss fight into another phase. And this phase will reveal the true nature of the boss fight. That it is not one, but in fact two witches in the area. Once you kill one of the witches, 2 health bars will appear. You do not have to rush, because this boss fight is really not difficult in any means. But it should be noted that the witches can revive each other. So if you take long enough, once both are present, one of them will revive the other. And there is no limit to how many times they can do this. However, it should be stated that I have never had one of them revive the other. And that's really it for the Witches of Hemwick. Just make sure to walk around the perimeter, ignore the Mad Ones entirely, and do nothing but backstabs and then hit until they disappear. If you follow these steps, you will have no problems taking down the Witches of Hemwick. Well, that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe for anything about anything. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And make sure to stay tuned for our next episode as we cover Vicar Amelia, some sort of giant wolf deer thing. Yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.